for more on your dating life. Definitely not mine. AI is having a big impact. Joining us is Julie Spira. She's an online dating expert and founder of Cyber Dating Expert. I am sure you have a lot of friends that ask you for advice. Now, I have a lot of friends who I've spoken to about this, and they tell me about the challenges that they have in today's world of, I guess, online dating. I quite frankly don't really understand it, but I would assume that to solve all this, you could just meet the person in person, but I guess that's not how things are done these days, right?
No, the digital courtship, Phil, is really interesting because we're looking at people that are matching. There's over 300 million people worldwide that are using dating apps. So we have to go where the singles are when your friends aren't fixing you up. And joining a dating app is the most logical way, but then it's how do you get, selected in this very large digital playground.
So this AI story we just ran, essentially the way I'm thinking of it is that you put in your profile, you say, I like tennis and golf and television. And the computer then, I suppose, picks other people they think will like the same things, or maybe explicitly says, hey, they like tennis and golf and television, and boom, you're matched up. Am I oversimplifying it?
No, it is that simple. Maybe people think that the term AI is complicated because most people using dating apps don't realize that they have algorithms behind their matches. But let's say you like a particular profile and you started chatting with somebody named Tom. Well, the person, then suddenly you might get a message that would say, well, if you liked Tom, you might like, Harry and Melvin, and they might name, 5 other people because of the similarities in the profiles.
Interesting, interesting. Okay, so tell me why this is going to be good for future single people or current single people out there. How is it going to speed up the dating process? Are they going to find that Mr. Perfect or Mrs. Perfect, I suppose, faster, or are you just going to have a lot more Toms to talk to? It's just going to be a quantity thing.
Well, if AI is doing their job correctly, it will speed up your search to find more people that you actually would have something in common with. But nothing will replace the human touch, the personal opportunity to meet someone. So you may get a bunch of matches that AI says, I'd like you to be matched with, with Tom today, for Tom, he's getting picked on. But the bottom line is you might not have anything in common with Tom other than what they wrote in their profile.
But here's the thing. I mean, you've heard the term opposites attract, right? I mean, I don't think a computer is going to figure out whether we can get along together on a 10-hour bus ride in South America. I mean, there are just things that you won't know about each other until you actually spend time together. And I get it. It's not like you're going to get married because of the app, but how is the app going to know about personalities? I understand that, oh, you like tennis or sports, those are easy, but what about personalities? How do they figure out what a match would be on a personality level?
And they don't really know. Again, you could have a perfect checklist of your perfect date, and then you meet them and you have no chemistry. That happens every day. I think what we look at these apps and the algorithms as tools, just tools in the toolbox that help connect people that might not ordinarily meet. But there is no guarantee, and that's why the human side needs to come in, and you don't want to end up only chatting with people on apps. You need to go out and meet them in person to see if there's a connection.
You know how you go to Expedia, you go to these sites, and they give 4.5 stars, 5 stars to different things you're looking at, like restaurants, for example. Is it possible the apps could say, hey, look, I matched up with Jenny, and there is a 9.8 star chance that this is a perfect match? Do you get scores, or is it just a general, hey, you might be interested?
Well, it's interesting. Every app have different features. And so one of the apps actually will say you are a 90% match. Why they know that? They just look at keywords within your profile, and they look at your location. So maybe you're geographically desirable. So they may say you are 92% compatible with Joe, or you're 70% compatible with Tim. So they don't really mean anything other than they open up the opportunity to have a dialogue and say, gee, I'm really curious. It says we're 98% compatible. What do you think? And then you need to chat, in real life.
Can the app detect people lying about their age or their height, for example? Because I've heard this complaint, You know, you swipe and you meet people, and then you show up, and it's like not, it may not even be the real person, and you're like, can't AI detect if this is a true, real profile versus somebody who's maybe highly exaggerated the profile?
I think, from my experience with AI, is they could determine if there is a profile that is inauthentic. Okay, most profiles have real people behind them, but if there's a profile that seems suspicious, AI might be able to determine that and delete them from the dating app.
Go get coffee and go meet people and go spend some time. Go watch some TV together. Really appreciate your time on this. We could talk for a while. I know our team was very, very interested, Julia, in this particular topic, so I appreciate you making time for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Phil.